Welcome, everybody. This is Abacus Fish, and we are playing Hexcrawl Adventures via Roll20. I'm joined by 5 players. I have James.
Here.
I have Joe.
Hello.
I have Matt.
Hail, friends.
I got Sam.
Yo.
And of course, last and certainly not least, I have Seth.
Hello.
Now, before we get into our game today, I'd just like to talk about a Kickstarter that James is doing right now. It's Jackasses with Swords. Jackasses with Swords is a lighter toned romp of a fantasy role playing game where players can dive into good old adventure story with tongue in cheek twist. The fantasy adventure RPG that celebrates and encourages the crazy hijinks your heroes get up to, whether it be saving the day from evil or performing another fetch quest for the blacksmith, coming this February. And I will post the link here in chat right now. And if you go to that link, you can find the Kickstarter. With that said, let us get on with the game. Which, by the way, this is a hexcrawl. A hexcrawl means that I don't have control over the player's direction. I've got towns, I've got dungeons, I've got random encounters, I've got treasure, I got all sorts of stuff, but I just have no control over where the players go. This is an open world format. And with that said, let's meet some of these characters who are driving the story. James, why don't you tell us about Guilford the Grand?
Guilford the Grand is a tall, lanky man with stringy black hair and sly eyes. He carries the deep tan of a traveler, but lacks the calluses one would expect from somebody used to harder labor. Has an easy smile and always talking about himself, but kind of lacks the build that one would expect from somebody entitled Grand. And that's Guilford the Grand.
All right. And Joe, why don't you tell us about Lord Stickbeard Smith?
Lord Stickbeard Smith is a stout, thick, broad-shouldered, middle-aged dwarf with a black beard that has become permanent from working as a blacksmith for his entire life. His work has given him a sort of lumberjack build. He's a down-to-earth, doesn't mind getting his hands dirty kind of fellow. His experience with this group of adventurers in the community has forced him into this lordship simply by virtue of being the kind of guy that wants to get stuff done and can't leave things half finished. But he has begrudgingly accepted this title, if for no other reason than it means that he can work that much harder for his community.
All right. And Matt, why don't you tell us about Brock Half Giant?
Brock Half Giant is a tall human man of about 30, broad shouldered, muscular, and good looking. He's got blonde hair and a full beard, and he dresses like a storybook Viking with a tunic, shield, and sword.
And Sam, why don't you tell us about Titch Kirkner?
Titch is the eponymous cleric, robed, hunched, with a look that's weathered in a way that makes him look older than his biological age, but he evokes a lot of gravitas.
All right. And Seth, why don't you tell us about Therum Smith?
Therum is very much an average-looking dwarf, with the exception that he's got a big bushy red beard, and he's an adolescent, so he is extremely strong, but not necessarily tough. But he has youthful exuberance and likes to leap to the front of battle with his battle axe. Yeah, that's Therum for you.
Okay. It is Quintidi, the 25th of Florio, 7932 year of Cosgrove. The party finds themselves waking up at Benson's Bed and Breakfast inside the city of Vassith. Comfortable and well-decorated furnishings surround you while the smell of garlic and fresh-baked bread wafts in from the kitchen downstairs. The castle towers and church steeples can be seen over the rooftops from the view of your luxurious penthouse suite. The church bells ring, echoing into the building alongside the horse hooves clopping sharply on the cobblestone roads below. On the ground, a dizzying mass of people whoosh through the thin but crowded streets. Tall row houses block out the morning sun, covering the city in artificial twilight. The sky is cloudy, with darkness approaching. For breakfast, there is coffee with heavy cream and sugar, French toast with apple butter, pork sausage, and blueberry strawberry yogurt parfait for dessert.
All right. I guess Guilford will head down at the crack of 11. Maybe a little earlier, I guess. Gotten into some trouble sleeping through various adventures, including the last one. So he'll make an effort to get down by 10. And kind of start chatting with whoever might be there about recent adventures.
I've been up since the. Oh,
I
sorry.
was just going to say the breakfast table is here. That's where the breakfast is.
I've been up since break of dawn doing my various ablutions and prayers. I skipped breakfast, dessert. Feels undeserved, and I'm glaring at you as you come down late in the morning.
Hello, friend. I see you're up early. Man of the cloth. Never could make it myself. How fares the recent adventures? I seem to have slept through the last one.
That's a good question.
No, just a little too
we
long.
we revisited that town you guys cleared out before.
Nerton.
What was it? Nerton. Yeah, and discovered some disturbing things, and I redirected some funds to the Rangers reconstruction effort, which included a shrine to our most holy Cosgrove. So hopefully we can get this trade route up and running again.
We also found another dagger.
Yeah, and there's
From
likely
the,
more out
A
there.
storied dagger, or just like this, and I grab a butter knife.
No, it's one of the daggers of the necromancer. I can't remember their name.
Ah. Oh, I don't think this is that. So
Yeah.
I'll just put this back then. What about all those gems and with the bugs?
With the spiders, we haven't been back there.
Oh,
Oh, they're still there.
shall we fix that? I mean, I'm not so concerned about the spiders as I am about the gems, obviously.
I think about then, Guilford gets a hearty slap on the back from Brock, who walks up just then, and I think he leans in and says, "I think killing spiders is an excellent way to spend the afternoon."
Wonderful. How wonderful.
Oh, goody! All of the muscle is awake. I am all for killing spiders. I am still quite concerned about the fact that that trade route is not opened. And, like, as much as I don't understand it, it sounds like there's going to be some extremely bad economic situations for a lot of people. For a lot of people, grain prices going up and just a lot of riots. Like, is there nothing more that we can do about that situation? Like, I know, oh Christ, names escape me. I know that we've donated to the church and to the Rangers in an attempt to get those routes opened. Is there anything more that we can do about that?
Well, Lord Stickbeard, we can't. You could try to proposition some of the other noble houses to donate grain to be rediverted to the affected area.
What is causing the disturbance of the trade routes? Is it something we can look into ourselves?
Yes.
Who
Well,
was that?
correct me if I'm wrong, but the biggest disturbance was all of these undead that we have cleared out. But now what? We just need to get people up and moving again? Like,
So
Well, we should.
to recap what the Rangers were basically saying last time is the undead situation isn't completely done with. There are remnants of undead pockets here and there, and the Rangers Guild are stretched thin trying to watch the trade route and also rebuild Nurton.
so yeah, we could either go kill undead, help rebuild Nurton, or watch trade routes. And considering the group we have this morning, going and killing undead might be actually kind of fun.
I
A proper
the
war
blood-
band.
get the blood moving.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody bring your slings and your blunt instruments.
Just in case we have extra time, let's pick up some antitoxins. I should note I have not verified that such a thing exists.
They exist and they are expensive.
You mean for the spiders?
Yeah, just in case we have time to swing by.
All right. Well, Robert isn't here today, so I think I'm going to call dibs on the +1 shield.
Oh, right. There's dispensing equipment. I've got the Gambison. Does anybody want the Ring of Invisibility?
Go for it. I usually carry around the ring of fire resistance.
I like to have my enemies see me coming.
I guess there's all sorts of different ways to approach showmanship.
And if no one objects, I'll carry around the Goblin Bane too.
Sure.
I am also going to grab 3 Goblin Grenades.
People might want to pick up some extra holy waters too if we're gonna go do zombies.
Do we have holy waters?
You can buy them from the church. Just use the general store price.
Wow.
I perk up at the idea of going to the church.
Looks like holy water goes for 25 gold a pop.
25 gold?
Yep.
Holy cow.
I mean, we're still kind of loaded though, right? Yeah, we're not hurting.
Yeah, that's
No.
true.
How many players we got today? 5 in the band. 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
4, 5.
I have a holy water already.
All right. Well, why don't we spend 100 gold coins, get everybody equipped with a holy water? And that feels like a pretty good start.
How much are antitoxins? Not seeing it.
All right.
I think that'd be
So
a GM question.
antitoxins, if I were to go by the actual rules, would be like thousands of gold for
Okay.
one. But I'm gonna cut you a deal and make it only 1,000.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I'm good.
Okay.
I believe we could buy part of a building for that, so we'll just be careful. Oh wait, antitoxins. Are these antidotes or antitoxins?
So like that isn't necessarily so. When you ask for antitoxin, what you're asking for is a potion of cure poison.
Okay, gotcha. So that's better than an antitoxin, which
Yeah,
you would
it'll
have to
work
drink.
100%.
Okay, that might actually be worth getting one of those because poison will insta kill you if you don't have that.
Or hell, we could just start making antitoxins.
I do not know
True
about that.
adventuring.
Yeah. Do we have anyone who could do that?
No.
Just have. I
I
mean, we do
mean,
because we do
if
have a
we weren't
camp.
using it ourselves, I would say that I could do it, but
We could just have the people back at camp constantly making, you know, antitoxins. If
I do think we should have one potion of cure poison as just like an emergency. Oh shit, somebody's gonna die.
yeah, makes sense.
Okay. I don't know why I'm looking at my character sheet. I should be looking at the hull. Okay, so 1,000 gold. And make sure we don't already have an antitoxin. Nope, doesn't look like it. I'll spend 500 silver or 5,000 silver and 500 gold.
Go for it.
Just drag this gigantic sack to the potion seller.
We have a horse.
Actually, same place where you get the potion of cure poison. Same place you get holy water. Church of Cosgrove.
Oh, nice. This would probably. Oh, there's potions. Potion cure poison. And yeah, I will slap down a sack of 5,500 coins, which, as I recall, weighs about 55 pounds. There is 55 pounds of money. Now give me that flask of liquids.
Don't drop it.
This better be your most aged vintage.
I'll take this potion of sticks to snakes.
Sounds good.
I'll
Is somebody editing the purse in the hall?
I edited the coins,
Okay, cool.
but only for the potion of cure poison. I did not take any out for anything else.
So you still need 100 gold for the holy water.
100 gold for the. I'm on it. Okay. All right. Are we ready to hit the road?
Let's do it.
I think so.
And the the acolytes of the church say, "May Cosgrove's shield protect you."
May Cosgrove shield protect you. I'll chat with the clergy for like a minute or two. Just priest talk.
So the bishop, the major NPC, is actually not available. But there are a bunch of faceless, nameless, genderless, ageless acolytes.
My boys. Yeah, just exchanging pleasantries, talking about how awesome Cosgrove is, etc.
I mean, yeah, you're literally preaching to the choir.
They have a choir?
Oh,
no, the cuts to the animation budget basically replaced it with the harmonica.
All right. You guys get to, or you guys are done with the church. I will move you to the overworld map, and you guys will start making your route.
All right. So where are we on this map?
You are at the castle here.
Okay.
Nurton is pretty close, as I recall.
Nurton's
is
right there, right?
Yep.
And
down
what is
there.
the route that's being
Interfered with.
Yeah.
It is the pathway directly from the castle, northwest to north towards Nurton, and then northwest again towards Maurice's Reach.
All right. Well, let's take the path towards Nurton and see if we find anything along the way.
Sounds good.
Quick morning patrol.
So are you taking Lucky with you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to pack my gear on there.
So yeah, it only takes you guys 10 minutes a hex. And 1, 2, 3. So 30 minutes in as you approach uphill, because Nurton's kind of like on this hill between the two mountains, the one to the west and the one to the northeast. As you approach up the hill, there is a checkpoint by the Rangers Guild. It's 4 of them, and they wave you by. They hail you.
We hail back.
Hail.
What business do you have coming to Nurton?
Hi.
Oh, wait.
Are you
One
aware
small,
of who we are?
One small detail. Lord Stickbeard Smith, are you wearing your regalia or are you dressed normally?
I would be wearing my regalia.
Okay, then let me change that interaction. They all immediately, instead of just hailing you, they give you a bow. My lord.
Gentlemen. Rise.
Well, they don't like do a full bow. It's just kind of like, the polite bow.
Okay, yes. We had heard that the Rangers were stretched thin, basically attempting to reopen the trade routes and wanting to not endure further economic disaster, riots, and the like. We were hoping to assist in clearing out the undead.
Yes. We do still have some activity in the area. The terrain to the east is fairly is fairly hard to traverse. The wetlands over here on the other side of the road. There's also this cave, which someone might have used as a hiding spot. We haven't done investigations into there because we're keeping pretty close to the road.
A cave, you say?
Love a cave.
I was going to say any place any place dark and mysterious seems to attract us. So we'll probably end up going there first.
Do you know of any creatures that have made the cave their lair before?
Lizardmen. Lizardmen live in that area. Oh, yeah, and Big Pete.
Big P.
Man, I haven't heard that name in a few sessions.
From a Goofy movie?
No, oh boy.
Not to be confused with the cigar chomping cat, Pete.
A slightly
is
larger
this?
than average alligator.
Is that for real? It's like a big alligator?
Of
Yes.
Neolithic origins, yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe it swallowed something we can use.
Is Big
Uh,
Pete small enough to fit in a cave?
You don't think so, but he could be in the area.
Fair.
Maybe he's keeping his tail warm. How goes the reconstruction effort? Have any of the workers I sent here arrived?
Oh, yes, we got them late in the evening, but we set them by the campsites. There's plenty of light down there. No dark dweller would ever get this close. We also set bonfires along the edges of the road.
good. Wise precautions.
Light is nature's shield.
Is there anything else you can tell us about the area?
Besides the lizard men, potential undead remnants hiding out, and Big Pete? No.
All right. Well, thank you for your assistance.
Oh, yeah, one more. The terrain over there is going to be difficult. It's all swampland, and you're at the base of that lake. And if you zoom in to where, like, the cave is, kind of, or just see the topography, you can kind of see what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, a river runs alongside it. So, yes, very, very swampy.
All right. Well, let's go check it out.
Let's get in
Love a
that
good
wet
cave.
hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so some Red Dead Redemption 2 writing conversations as you approach the destination, and I load the map.
Well, I think that Brock has some things to ask. Let me get the name right here. Titch.
Hail, brother.
I have some things to ask you. I have kept to the traditions of worshiping Cosgrove as my family has for many generations. But this new place I find myself is strange, and their ways of worship a little bit different.
There are
What do you?
different. There are differences, but from what I've learned, so far. It seems like just a different, regional differences.
I see.
It's a little strange to me too, but nothing heretical as far as I can tell.
Well, should I keep to the old traditions, build a stave church here, or should I embrace the ones we find at this new place?
I think that's for you to decide. Although I'm particularly partial to the generations upon generations of the type of worship that my family's done.
I appreciate your counsel in this matter. I will think on it.
May trust in Cosgrove. His shield will protect you. Yeah, the Church of Cosgrove, from my notes, like it's more, it's it's more like martyrdom, self-sacrifice. Yeah, like
Sure.
humility, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but they're also like they got churches and priesthoods and everything. There's a whole culture there. And Brock's more of like a kind of a half pagan Viking. So
Yeah, I think the traditional our homeland's worship may be more in line. And I'll hold up my mace and my shield and swing my mace around. Cosgrove appreciates a good whacking, a good thumping.
the stories of Cosgrove in our homeland did focus a bit more on his strength in battle than they do here.
This is true, but throwing yourself at his feet, honesty, forgiveness, those are qualities that I think come out a lot more strongly here, which are also qualities of Cosgrove's worship that I appreciate.
As you say, Brother Titch, though if it's all the same to you, I will remain standing.
Hard to be forgiving on the battlefield.
Oh, forgiving to allies. Not not those beyond your shield. They deserve no forgiveness. Unless they're like, I don't know, kids or innocents.
Well,
Ooh.
friends can be made in
Rocks.
all sorts of places. Ooh, look at this.
There is a
Yeah.
soft glow from some bioluminescent mushrooms that have grown in the damp setting of the swamp cave.
That's what these are.
Yep.
And are there more of them further into the cave?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, I think Brock will take the lead as he usually does. Ask that the others fall in line behind him.
Oh,
And he will.
before we get too far into combat, Brock has got his level up as far as hit points.
Oh, did I level up last time? Oh, okay.
You should be level 4 now, yeah.
All right. I will roll that real quick.
Is that when you get the better to hit thing?
It
Okay,
sure
so that's
is.
4 more for Brock. Up to 24 hit points. Nice. All right, with sword in hand and silver shield raised, he will creep forward through the cave.
Let me make some rolls. And go ahead and make 5 steps. Make 5 hexes of movement. None of them hear you, oddly enough. But
Do we see?
y-
Sorry,
y-
do we see this stuff down here?
yes, yes. So there is a campfire in the
Uh-huh.
distance, and you see like a lizard man, desiccated lizard man, dissected lizard man, by the fire.
Is he okay?
Oh no, he's very much the opposite. But you also see that he's got like these weird sutures in him and stuff. But like for the most part, he is down. There is another guy by the campfire that you can kind of see on the edge, and he actually is peering in the direction of you guys because of your lantern lights. But he hasn't like really spotted you yet. But he has noticed like, someone's bringing a light source, and this figure over here, this hooded figure, by the fire, looks is just kind of sitting there.
Does this stitched together lizard man look like
Did we
necromancy?
crash their party?
Yes, it does.
Okay, is my sling in range?
Measure it.
I'm gonna activate my ring.
What's the range on the sling?
40, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
40?
For short range. Beyond that, it's medium.
But I can try to use it at medium range. I've never used a sling in this game before.
Oh yeah, medium just means you don't get the +1 to hit.
Do we want to try and talk to one of them? Like, I know I took out all the muscle heads, but none of us wanted to even try to talk to them?
Well, I was gonna let you guys do your thing, and then I was gonna start saying stuff.
You were gonna
Well,
start saying stuff after we hit them with sling bullets.
Well, I mean, I was waiting to hear what this plan was because it sounded like you were gonna do something clever.
I'm just overcome with impotent rage because they're consorting with necromancy.
Well, I mean, it's true. Thought you were gonna like put the vial of holy water in your sling and fling it onto the zombie or something.
Oh no, I was gonna try to hit the robed guy with a with
Okay, well, if I see you
the
like loading
rock.
actual rocks into your sling, I'm gonna like hold up a fist for you to hold on for a second.
My eyes drill holes through you, like Cosgrove's Cosgrove's mace strikes down swiftly.
Well,
But I will
if you guys
wait.
don't mind, I was gonna go over and see what they were up to.
With the ring.
Yeah, I've activated
want
it
to take-
already.
Yeah, you want to take a closer look?
Yeah, go check it out real quick.
I'll slowly lower my sling.
Are you getting rid of your light source or not?
I was leaving my light source to other people, so I don't even carry one usually.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, I
Let me
have one
update your
on me,
settings.
but-
Hold on.
Although I might activate it if I want to impersonate a will-o-wisp, but that'll be later. Okay, I'm just going to slowly move forward, and you tell me if something happens.
Well, yeah. So, kind of in the darkness, you can't quite see it. Move 1 hex back. 1 hex back. But in the darkness, kind of like 5 to 10 feet away from you, you do sense something. And
I can kind
Therum,
of see it on the screen.
yeah, the blue is Therum and Stickbeard's vision.
Okay.
They can
Okay.
actually see that shape. It is a lizard man, though there's something wrong with its heat signature. It doesn't look right.
It's not like I can communicate without giving myself away, so I just keep going forward.
Okay.
Mm.
Eventually, the hooded figure says, "See, relax. There's no one up there." And the other guy's like, I swear, I can see some torchlight. Just, it's not the opening. It's like additional light. I think someone's trying to come in. No. Nerton's been abandoned. They won't come back here. Besides, if they did, we'll be ready for them.
So what's the deal with invisible light sources? What happens when you activate an invisible lantern?
A light shows up, but no. So like the light of the flame shows up, but the physical flame is invisible. So it looks really weird. It's like a light out of nowhere.
Perfect. I will activate my lantern.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Oh.
As soon as that happens, yeah, everybody kind of freaks out. The hooded robe guy. Huh?
Oh. I'm going to announce myself as I do it.
Okay.
I am the ghost of these lands. Explain your presence.
The hooded robe, he stands up for a second. These other two bandits get their crossbows ready, and the hooded robe he's kind of like looking around, and he kind of points in your general direction and says, shoot him! Shoot him!
Ooh, I drop the lantern and move.
Clicked on the wrong thing. Gosh darn it. Okay, hold on. And no more light.
Well, the lantern's still on, even though we dropped it, right?
Yeah.
I guess
So
that
there
depends
are two combat actions occur. I'm just
Okay.
going to shoot. They do have a disadvantage, but they are firing in your general direction, so there is a chance. What is your armor class skill for the Grand?
Pretty decent. Let's see. Combat stuff is here it is. 16.
Okay. Both of them rolled pretty poorly, so yeah, shots they're not even close to the general area of where you were standing. But they start reloading their crossbows. And now, yes, roll. Well, yes, roll initiative.
Yeah.
They aren't necessarily aware of you, but they are in combat mode, so yes.
Stickbeard, do you want to roll it?
Sure. There it is.
They go first, and hooded figure motions to the darkness. And out from the darkness come two creatures. They look around, and yeah, you can immediately see, like, their pupils are milky, their skin has been kind of stitched together. They have these crazy wounds, and like they're slightly decaying, and they they sound like sick cobras as they like let out a raspy hiss. And eventually, like, they lock onto you and scream. But because they're slightly rotted, it's like horrifying. It sounds like a coughing scream. But anyways, that was their action. Now it is your action.
All right. Which token is this one? Who am I standing next to?
I think that's me.
Yep.
All
Therum.
right. Well, and that's Therum.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look at Therum and point at this lizard zombie with my sword and let out a battle cry and charge.
Therum follows suit.
My character sheet. There we go. It's probably a swing and a miss.
You put in the strike trying to get like center mass, but lizardman being slightly taller, he's able to use his longer limbs and stop your attack.
Sure.
That was Brock's action. There are 4 more actions to go.
All right, I'm going to take a swing with my Goblin Bane.
Okay, you get +1. Oh. And yeah, you actually you pull out the sword awkwardly, and your swipe isn't even a flick cut, and it's totally not on target. But you don't drop your sword.
That's good.
3 more actions.
I was.
I'm gonna move behind this guy. My lantern should be back where I was, so I'm gonna try and kind of sneak up on this guy and stick him in the back with whatever weapon I have. Looks like I have a longsword. Oh, right.
Ah.
Yeah, so kind of out of from nowhere, the hooded robe figure, he's like, looking around, kind of like waving his hands, and then this sword just pierces his sternum, and this spray of blood comes out. and he's got this shocked look, and he can't even turn
Doesn't matter.
around before he just collapses to the ground.
Okay. Well, then I won't bother mentioning that was doubled.
Jeez. Yeah.
That was doubled.
Yep.
Backstab.
Oh.
But I am visible now.
I rolled turn undead. Good
That's a
job.
good roll.
Oh, that's 2d6. Nice.
Hit dice of monster type says two with a star, an asterisk. So I've never used turn undead yet, so figuring it out.
Wow,
think
that
that's-
just that just barely does it. So yeah, you turn both of them, which gives Brock and Therum an opportunity of attack.
Wait, so you turned. Who did you turn undead?
The undead. I turned them.
Oh, so they're on our. Okay.
Or they're running, they're fleeing or whatever, but you get attacks over
They
turn.
were already undead. Why would you turn them undead?
I'm turning them into fabulous undead.
Oh, nice.
Are we on to our second round of?
Technically, Stickbeard still has an action.
Yeah, and that was remind me, since I'm attacking with the great sword, which is slow, is it my entire turn which is slowed, or just the attack?
The attack.
Okay, then. Is it? Yeah. What is in the way there? Is that just a big thing? Like, what is this thing that I'm not seeing?
Can you paint it?
Yeah, this giant oval.
Oh, that's a rock.
Okay. So do I just not have a lantern on me? Is that the idea?
You do you have a lantern on you? I can change that real quick if you want a lantern on you.
That's fair. Nah, nah, second thought, I'm seeing things pretty okay. Yeah, I'll just stick to this side of the rock and see what happens to this poor sap. Because he was one of the other undead. And there's also this guy all the way down there.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I've got an attack waiting.
But you're not close enough to the lizardman to attack.
Exactly. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Well, okay. I think that's everybody's action then.
Yeah. Did you say we had a chance since they were turned
Yes. You get an
we-
opportunity to attack. Yes.
again? Oh, okay.
Yep.
So it looks like Brock already took a swing.
Yeah, swing and a miss.
And that is a hit. It doesn't kill it, but your Goblin Slayer pierces a pretty good chunk of it, and a sutured amount of sutured flesh just falls right off.
Nice.
Or wait, no, he's not dead. He's not dead. Just damaged a little bit. There, give him a bow tie.
He's undead.
Okay, new and ish.
Next up, Therum.
All right. Boop. Oh,
There you go first. Oh, hey, James, could you zoom out to see the entire
right.
board?
There's other people in this combat.
No problem. Okay. So that lizard man is damaged and he is turning. You guys did your opportunity to attack, so he's going to move this turn 8 hexes. And that lizard man moves away. The two bandits ready their crossbows and are shooting them at Guilford. However, crossbows are slow weapons, so they will not be able to go until everyone else is gone, except for Stickbeard, who also has a slow weapon. So they'll go before he does. But on top of, I think that's the result. So now it's your guys' turn.
All right, I'm gonna sword point towards this this bandit here. Follow up with another charge.
Nice.
Okay, you damage the bandit. The bandit, in response, is going to try and attack you with his crossbow, not firing the weapon because you're at close range, but he's going to try and hit you with it like a club.
Yeah, with the stock.
Yeah, so what is your AC?
16.
He misses, so yeah, he tries to hit you with the stock, and you just put up your shield. So he's not firing at Guilford.
And I will shout over my shield for them to lay down their arms and surrender.
Okay, yeah, let me make a moral check.
After that, maybe a morale check.
Right, that.
We can make a moral check too. They decide whether they kick puppies or not.
Yeah.
Or a morale check for mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like an
nice.
ethics check, but slightly different.
Well, we've got 3 checks going on. We've got the moral check, which is the ethics check, the morale check to see if they give up, and the morale check to see if we have mushrooms.
And we got to do the Merle check to see if Merle's around.
Merle Haggard. It's playing
Yeah.
a song.
Merle, you here?
So yes, they throw down. They both throw down their crossbows and kind of like put up their arms.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, they were losing, so losing out and outnumbered.
Yep. So we just got to turn our attention to cleaning up these zombies, huh?
Aren't they running away?
Yeah, but we don't want them just like running around.
Okay.
Part of the whole reason
They're
we're
still-
here is to get undead off the road, you know?
Yeah, they're still zombies. So Theron's going to, I guess, run after this one.
I will say that yeah, you end up taking out the other two with like Titch kind of following behind you, holding up his holy symbol. Like basically, the lizard man doesn't fight back.
Going hummina, 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 hummina.
All right. Well, I'm gonna walk over here to where this like dead cultist is,
I think it's just a bandit leader.
or bandit leader or whatever. Yeah. What is he?
His robes look like the necromancers.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Does he have
and
anything
taking
on
one
him?
look at him, I'm gonna walk over to Guilford here, and just give him a hearty slap on the shoulder and say, "Well done, Guilford. One
Thank you.
blow, run all the way through."
Kind of helped when I, in surprise, fell backwards, which was where my sword was.
Aaron
Uh,
searches the body. Is there anything there?
A dagger.
Like a special
so-
dagger or just like a normal dagger?
An antlered dagger.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's one of these guys.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go interview our guests. Oh there, friends. Nice night out, isn't it?
Look, man, whatever you want. We've already surrendered.
Yeah.
I'll lean
I'm
in.
just curious.
I'm gonna lean in their
Uh,
faces, and I'm gonna yell, "Where are the others? Lead me
Yeah.
to your compatriots."
Basically that. We're just looking for your other friends. Have a chat with them.
I'm like spraying spittle. My eyes are really wide.
You're doing good cop, bad cop, except it's crazy cop, sociopathic cop.
Cosgrove demands retribution for this heresy.
Look,
I'll-
we don't know nothing about the cult. We were just paid to, for some extra muscle.
To do what?
Ensure the safety of our. And he kind of looks down.
You guys are not very good at your job. You're gonna have trouble finding work in town. But I'll tell you what, I've got a soft spot for incompetent goons. So I will hire you for twice what he paid you.
One of them goes, "Oh, he didn't pay us," and then the other one goes, "Shut up."
Oh, I know.
Wait, why didn't he? Why were you expected a reward for this activity?
No, we got paid. The other guy goes, no, we got paid all the same. It just wasn't. And then the other guy goes, "Shut up."
No. Let him continue.
Yeah, I'll go over the guy who's saying shut up. I'm going to go over to him and I'm going to move him to the other side of the cave. And I'm going to hold him there. Out of earshot.
Yeah, he goes along with it, looking nervous the whole time.
Yeah, well, you should be.
And I'll kneel down, get real close to his face, and go, "Please, confess."
We didn't. We got paid by the Merchants Guild, man.
I'll look back at my compatriots. And why would the Merchants Guild be paying you for this kind of work?
I don't know.
Oh,
They just paid me.
Prices. You can sell goods for a lot more if there's fewer goods coming in.
And who do you
who's your contact?
Look, I never seen the guy. It's just I know when money's printed from the Merchants Guild. Their gold coins have a particular look to them.
Oh, shit, they've got paid in gold? Hope I didn't.
Or it's somebody pretending to be the Merchants Guild.
I'll rifle through his pockets and get some of this gold.
Yeah, he's got some gold coins, and they have the Merchants Guild sigil on them.
And I'll flick one
Did this
to.
guy have any gold coins? The leader?
Yeah, hold on. He's got 12 copper, 7 silver, and 6 gold.
And what do the gold look like?
Also printed of the Merchants Guild.
Is all guild printed from the Merchants Guild, or are there different mints?
You have found gold that is of an older type. Most of your gold coins are like from the lost civilization known as the Settlers. You don't know what they called themselves. But they're the ones who lived in the ruins. Nobody knows who designed the ruins, but you have found their treasure. You have also like found gold along the countryside, and those usually have the house stamp on them.
Gotcha. But it could be reasonably be anyone from within the capital.
Yes.
Potentially.
Well, that's
But
the
these
thing
guys think it's the Merchants Guild.
Yeah, so is it just that like all the coins they got paid in had the stamp on them? That's why they think they got paid by the Merchants Guild?
Yep.
Okay, so there's nothing more to it than that.
No.
All right. Well, money is made to circulate, so this isn't exactly a smoking gun on the Merchants Guild.
Are they like freshly minted?
Yeah, no, these are like very, very crisp. The edges haven't curved with weathering.
Yeah, so that would make more sense if these were.
They could have stolen
these
them just
came
as
from the
easily.
Merchants Guild.
That if anything,
could
that
be.
only makes me more suspicious. Why would the Merchants Guild pay for a clandestine necromancer mission with money that clearly points to them? That's foolish.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
convenient.
That doesn't add up. I was already suspicious of the Merchants Guild, but
I'm pretty sure that if the Merchants Guild wanted to pay these guys in just coins that couldn't be traced back to them, they could have. There's something suspicious going on.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and hire this guy, and then maybe if anybody in the Merchants Guild appears to recognize him, that will be a tip-off.
I'll caution against hiring them.
Well, I will turn to Lord Stickbeard. Say, Lord Stickbeard, you have witnessed these men engaged in felonious and criminal acts. What is your judgment?
I say, I think they were just following orders.
Ah, Christ. I did not realize, or I did not think that that lordship came with doling out judgment upon people. Also, wait a minute, this isn't my land. We should be turning them over to the house that this land belongs to in that case. If we were really going to go that far.
We should observe the law.
These men seem to be involved in some sort of conspiracy. It is my recommendation that we escort them back to the city.
Yeah.
And hand them over to the authorities there.
That makes the most sense. I'm not going to execute anybody out here in a cave.
But I'll lean into this bandit and I'll go, but I'd love to.
Yes.
I do want to ask if they are independent or if they are part of like a bandit group that they were hired out of.
Oh, I was pushing drunks out of the Golden Bowl before this.
Were things
So-
so terrible that you had to turn to banditry?
It paid a lot more.
Hmm. All right, well, let's explore the rest of this cave real quick. Then haul these goons back to town.
Let's hogtie these boys.
Well, they can walk. I ain't dragging them.
We brought Lucky. Lucky can drag them.
All right, does a search of the cave turn up anything else?
You do find a hoard near the camp of various supplies. There's 2 sets of iron rations. And 144 copper, 10 silver, and 61 gold.
All right, well,
You said 144 copper,
Uh huh.
10 silver,
Mm-hmm.
61 gold.
61 gold, yep.
Okay, I'm adding it into the total haul.
There's also these mushrooms. You guys can make a wisdom check.
I think I'm decent
Ooh.
at that.
So Titch and Brock, with these mushrooms, you're kind of like, wow, these are pretty cool. But you utilizing your knowledge of the outdoors, you take a couple of tests. You kind of scrape one and determine that they're not toxic. And they have a very, very sweet taste, a very floral, almost floral taste to them, unlike any kind of fungus. You think perhaps someone there might be someone interested in eating this.
How much? What's the haul of potential mushrooms from this cave?
Let me make that roll. There's like 900 coins worth.
It's a lot.
90 pounds, yeah. This.
Yeah, we can feed the whatever the town is. That doesn't have grain.
Wait, is it 90 pounds or 9 pounds? How much is a
90
coin?
pounds.
Okay.
All right, well, let's spend a little time harvesting mushrooms then.
Okay,
That's a lot of
everybody make a dexterity check.
Oh.
So, 72 pounds, or 720 coins worth. You successfully harvest.
All right, well, let's throw them on the pony, bound these guys' wrists, and head back to town.
And that took about an hour's worth of work, and it took you about an hour to get here, and it takes you an hour back, so it's lunchtime when you guys get back.
Before
Oh.
we get to town, what is the typical punishment for this kind of transgression?
Involvement with necromancy? Death?
Yeah, I kind of want to save the stupid guy.
For why?
I will talk to Stickbeard privately. Yeah, the dumb guy. He's kind of our link to whoever did this, and he's kind of too dumb to, realize that it'd be a bad idea to help us. We could just say there was one guy out there. I'll leave it to you. I'm just your knight, but
All right, but we've got
these
to
guys are
convince the
definitely
rest
going
of
to
the.
die, which is kind of a dead end if they're both dead.
Perhaps the King's Inquisitors will have methods for extracting further information.
Oh, sure. Give him the smart guy. They can extract information from him, and give me the dumb guy, and I will extract information from him.
I was about to say, you're really not going to get much out of him, or you're really not going to get far if you're only dealing with me. The rest of our little group here is going to notice if we only turn in one dude. So, you make a point. Perhaps we can give these guys a day. What if we held on to both of them for a day, and you could attempt your interrogation, but then once that day is done, we'll hand them over.
Oh, I'm not going to interrogate them. I'm going to use the dumb guy to inspire other people to tell me things. See, they hired him. They know he's, knows too much. They're going to try and kill him to keep him quiet. And we look to see who's trying to kill him, and then we know who's guilty.
Wouldn't that also happen if we handed him over to the authorities and we can just try to see who kills him while he's in the position of the authorities?
It's possible, just not as likely. They might just let the authorities kill him.
Is this a private conversation?
No. No, this is not.
Okay. Well, we should at least.
The first thing I said was you're not going to get far if you're only talking to me.
Oh, private. Private. I thought you said prior, and I was like, well, it's prior before we enter the city.
Yeah.
I meant like out of earshot of everybody else besides.
Oh, no,
Stickbeard.
not particularly.
Yeah. Well, we at least want to get like a solid description of their contact.
But they
I
claim
mean,
they
we already
never met
asked them
him.
about the contact, and they didn't have any information.
Oh, they never met him.
Yeah.
How'd they get paid? Who gave them the money?
Probably that guy with the knife.
Well, let's ask him. Hey, how did you get your money?
There was an account set up for us. We just had to
How
make
did
a
you know-
deposit. Or we just
How
had
did
to
you know
make the
there was-
signature.
Okay, how did you know there was an account set up? How did you get this job?
Some time ago, a letter was sent to me at the Golden Bowl offering more money. I decided to follow up on it because pushing out drunks at the Golden Bowl doesn't pay much. The letter included the conditions of the job where I had to report. And when I reported to that location, another letter gave me details on an account. All I had to do was give a signature, and I would take money out of the bank. I didn't even have to rob the place.
Do you still have these letters?
Not on me, but they might be back at my place at the back wall.
And the account, do you remember its number?
It was under the name Barnaby.
Well, there we go. That's our lead. If somebody set up an account, they should have paperwork on that.
Let's get the location of his. Where exactly do you live?
Behind the Golden Barrel.
Okay, maybe we should go there and get the letters.
I think that would be wise.
Okay, you guys go to the. Gonna set up something else here, so more talking action.
I'm gonna use the ring of invisibility after these guys are imprisoned to kind of stand watch.
Wait, you're invisible?
So eventually these guys are going to be imprisoned. So I'm skipping to that point. When that happens, I'm going to go kind of, if they're in a like publicly accessible jail, I'm going to go hang out and keep watch. Because I think somebody might try and kill him.
So you're hanging around the castle invisible.
The jail, right? Is that the castle? Like, where are these guys going to be held?
Yeah, the dungeon is under the castle.
Yeah.
But
so
okay,
under the dungeon.
I had some.
Or-
I thought you were taking him with you to his house.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna do that.
I'm skipping ahead. Whenever they end up in jail, that's what I'm doing. So I'm not doing that yet. Sorry.
Okay.
I do not like this twist in events. It points to somebody, wealthy and powerful, who is in league with these necromancers. That is concerning to me.
Well, I had a suspicion that someone was trying to set up whatever the house is, the shady house.
You guys walk the streets of the back wall, and of course the place smells terrible because of the sewage that runs out from the city in a canal nearby. Um, lots of people wearing masks walking by. Eventually, here it is. One person kind of comes out of the crowd and stops your place and is joined by others. And then one of them, calls out to you. He kind of he parts his jacket, showing off a knife, and he goes, "You think we're gonna forget how you humiliated Mr. Brightmore? You got a lot of nerve coming back to the back wall."
I will draw my sword and let the steel ring out. Come to your death, fool.
Are they talking to one in particular or just all of us?
Yeah, talking to you guys.
Okay.
So, Brock, when you say that, he goes, "It's on," and we'll roll initiative. But what he does is he lets out a whistle, and
Oh,
the guys.
oh snap!
Cool. This is how we die.
then he says, "Get him!"
Looks like I'm rolling initiative now.
I suggest you roll well.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Probably take care of the ones on our flank first.
You go first.
All right, I'm going to make a signal, like kind of a roundup signal, and then point to these guys over there. The farther we are from these two groups, the more likely it is they're going to have to burn turns like chasing us down.
Yeah.
So I think everybody just go this way, pile on these two guys, and create a front. I'm going to put myself right there.
Oh.
Can I use my climb ability to get on top of this thing?
What is that thing anyway?
Yeah, go ahead, make a climb check. Oh, that's like an awning.
Oh, okay. So it's like above head level.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you can climb on it.
A 55? How did you get a 50? What?
Percentile
It's a
checks for thief
percentile.
skills.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a whole different subsystem.
Yeah,
Okay,
old school
don't-
D&D is highly, if nothing else, is highly inconsistent.
It was very modular. They would take a system, they'd be like, we want to do this other thing, so let's create a new system for it. Like rogues weren't in the original rules; they were added later.
Describing it as
created a separate
modular is one of the
system.
kindest things I've ever heard.
I mean,
Okay,
that's how
well-
it was set up. It was built brick by brick. Like they added things and with no attention to what came before.
No, I mean I know. It's just
Nice. I think they also wanted to use every dice in the dice bag. You know.
Oh, they invented one. The D20 was basically invented for, well, not D&D, but for one of the early games.
Okay, so
who's
Theron attacked.
holding this guy's rope?
Oh, I can move him. So like he moves with you guys.
Yeah. There we go.
It looks like Brock, Pitch, and I all attacked.
Yeah, not high numbers.
I'm going to attack one of the distant guys because I'm using a bow anyways. I forget, do you get a bonus for elevated position in this game or not?
Maybe for distance?
No, but the advantage you will get is that they won't be able to melee attack you unless they climb up there after you.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just couldn't remember. Some games give a benefit for. Oh, it's a good attack roll.
And which one were you attacking?
We'll just say this one, bottom one on the large group.
Okay, he got nicked. Now, their turn.
A 10 missed.
Oh, you guys didn't take out any of these guys?
No,
we did
we're
not.
just-
We did
the
not swing
highest we
very
got
well.
was an 11, which is probably not hitting their AC.
Oh.
Unless, what are these guys armed with?
They
think it
have leather
might.
armor.
Okay, so they're like a 12 or something.
Or, sorry, they have reinforced gambesons.
Gotcha.
So like a 12 or something.
Yes, 12. 12, yes.
And what do they have for weapons?
Had knives.
Yeah,
For
daggers.
flash.
Daggers. Okay.
They're whipping it. They're twirling them around, like doing cool dagger tricks.
So they kind of rush into a flank line, and then they put their knives away and they start snapping and dancing.
Oh shit!
You guys are in a rumble.
So it goes.
Oh yeah.
I do not want to dance up here.
Sharks.
Jets. Anyways, so yes, they move into a formation, kind of like boxing you in. These other two on the left, though, do attack. So let me roll those. And they both miss you, Brock. 16 armor class still, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So they miss you. And now roll an ish.
Who's up?
Guilford, your turn.
All right. I can never find the initiative thing on here.
It's in the combat section on the right.
I think I accidentally hide it when I'm shrinking my character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I was accidentally hiding it.
Ooh,
Aha.
Yeah.
nice.
You go first.
All right.
I'm gonna shoot
Alright.
the same guy.
Rah.
I mean, I am going to roll over a 4 one of these days.
Going for a 5.
Damn.
Okay, we need somebody to roll over 10.
I will take one step back, but I've got to wait for my attack.
Okay.
The bandit that you guys took with you pulls out a knife and tries to stab the thug.
Yeah, you sure you guys don't want to hire this guy?
Hey, if he proves himself here,
And
we'll
wow,
think about
yeah,
it.
he kills it. So
Yep.
Oh,
he's
wow.
Killed
He
more
should've.
guys than all three you put together.
Yeah, jeez.
Or-
Doing better than
Okay.
us.
One more step over the dead body.
two guys are trying to make it up to where you are, Guilford. I'm just gonna move you a little bit to fit the other guy there. There we go. And so one guy is able to kind of hoist up. The other guy, tries to reach up, but only is able to grab onto the ledge before letting go.
Because I stomped on his hand.
Yeah. The other guy stomped on his hand as he caught up. So that guy's within melee range. You can't use your bow anymore. And it is a move action to change weapons. And the other 4 attack. 3 of them go for you, Brock.
Bring it.
Jeez.
Oh, I forgot I had grenades. That would have been really useful.
We shouldn't be throwing grenades in city limits, dude.
These are the slums, something or another.
Oh yeah, I forgot if they're poor, they're not people.
Exactly. Oh god, damn it.
Take 4 damage.
If I must.
Jeez.
So
Cut
one guy
out
flick
else.
cuts you, kind of does a grazing wound. It bleeds a little. But the other guy who does 3 damage, he's actually able to get the tip. Yeah, are you wearing chainmail?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's able to get the bit of the tip like into your chainmail, and that causes some pain.
Nothing they won't pay for.
But that is it. Oh, I forgot the other guy on the left. He's gonna go after you, Stickbeard, and then Stickbeard, you're going to attack.
Yep.
What is your armor class, Stickbeard?
Is my armor class 15.
Okay, you get hit for 2.
Ow.
So yeah, as you're stepping up to this guy, he kind of sees you coming, squares up, and is able to kind of do an upward cut. And it's deeper than a flick cut, but it's not like a full stab.
All right. Well, I'm gonna swing a fucking battle axe back at him.
All right.
Eat battle axe, thug.
170 damage.
What?
16d8? No, 100.
Hold up.
168.
Hold up.
Oh, you typed 168 instead of 1d8.
Yes, you are exactly right. Wow. There.
we go.
There.
Nice.
Okay.
I mean, that would be
Yeah.
so much more impressive if you hadn't just, spoiled our expectations.
Oh my god.
You actually strike him so hard, there's like this ripple effect, and like the buildings collapse, and yeah.
Doing like Dragon Ball Z moves.
There's like
Pretty
a
much.
giant crater. There's nothing
Yeah.
left of the guy. He's vaporized. Okay.
Oh,
Let me make some morale. After that guy's death, let me make some morale checks.
Excuse me.
So the guy who didn't get up, oh wait, it's not his turn, but he's leaving. But everybody else is still in the fight. And now it's New and Ish.
Have we gone through everyone yet?
Oh no,
Or
I
is
haven't
it-
gone that round yet. I was thinking about.
Well,
You-
no, Stickbeard went slow, and that ended the round.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I meant for Anish. Has everyone gone yet?
No,
Or
Titch
just
isn't
I
going
haven't.
yet.
Titch there. Okay.
Okay, how do you roll stuff?
On the sheet down in the
You can
combat
just roll it
section.
these days.
All the way, yeah, like make the box bigger and you can see it on the right.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
No, you're not. It took me like most of the first season to remember where the initiative button was. It's so tiny.
They
Yeah,
go
and
first.
the first thing that disappears if you shrink your character sheet.
Yeah.
Guy on top of the awning with you, Guilford, attacks you. They go first, by the way.
Yep.
And what is your armor class?
16.
Okay, you get hit for 1.
Boom. Gonna ham it up, make it look like he did really well.
And then Therum, you're getting attacked by 1, and you get hit.
For how much?
Take 4. Yeah, that
Oh,
was a real good
sh-
stab. The guy really
Jeez.
connected. He feinted just right, got past your weapon arm, and got a good stab center mass. And Brock, half giant, you're taking the other three. Oh yeah, and by the way, this guy on the right is like down and just running away.
Oh gosh, he just what? He just ran away. What the hell?
You guys want to let me go first? Once he's
Sure.
done stabbing.
All of them
at
miss,
least.
Brock. Now it's your guys' turn.
Okay, so I know you said not to throw grenades, so I'm just gonna try and drop one there.
Oh no!
Is that gonna hit us?
Yeah,
I don't actually know do we know how big these explosions are? I just
The-
assumed it was small.
Isn't the range like 20 feet or something like that? Like,
You've actually never tested
Range
them.
is how far you can throw
Oh
it.
wait, no. The only time you've tested them is when you doused something with gasoline and used it to ignite it. So you haven't actually had a controlled test of these things.
Better now than ever. Yeah, so I'll do it
uh,
there just to be safe. 10 feet away.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack
Or
roll.
actually there. I'm gonna try there.
Make an attack roll.
The bandits do make a nice human shield. Except
they
for
do. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll my longbow because it's also a ranged attack.
Wow. Okay, so you throw it pretty accurately. It doesn't bounce or anything. And yeah, kaboom. Oh wait, but you're throwing an object with the guy standing right there. He's going to attack you again.
Okay. I will point out to him that if he successfully kills me, this grenade is going to get dropped.
You get hit for 1 damage.
I'm tempted to pretend he killed me.
And
No,
you're
I
gonna
just
drop
throw
the
it.
grenade at your feet.
Yeah,
That'll learn him. No, I
Don't
throw
learn
it where I said throw it.
everyone learns a lesson.
Everybody give me a quick dex check.
Oh, everybody?
Yes.
Shit. Sorry.
I would like to point out that this is the second dex check that everybody except Brock Half Giant has needed.
Okay, so Brock, you take a damage as you fall awkwardly from the blast. Everybody else is so the 3 guys. These guys are like exploded.
You got chunky bits all over us.
Well,
Look at
yeah,
that nice
yeah.
human shield they made for you guys.
The guy on the awning with you, Guilford, from the blast, gets knocked, falls down, and breaks his neck.
Loser.
And then this guy, from the blast, actually shields the bandit. The bandit would have probably, because a bunch of shrapnel from the ground is created, and it sprays like in a shotgun, and totally takes out this guy. But there is now a crater, not like a big one, but a smoking crater, like there.
We should probably make a note to use these at longer range in the future.
Yes.
Thanks, Guilford.
That. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Well,
and people are screaming and yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get to my feet and kind of like dust off some of the viscera and soot.
Oh yeah, and all of your ears are ringing, by the way.
What?
And I'm going to walk up to Guilford with my hand outstretched.
Is that to help me down?
Sure.
Okay. I'll come down off the awning.
And I will grasp his wrist, in like the manly Viking handshake fashion, and I will full on punch him in the face with my other closed fist.
I mean, I deserved that, so. But ow.
I'll start whistling with my hands in my pockets and wander away. So where do you live? So where do you live?
The bandit who is doing the talking, what condition is his body in?
Oh, he's like knocked silly, but because there was a guy in the way, he absorbed all the shrapnel.
Yeah, if you
Is
want
he-
to talk to somebody, there's a guy running off this direction.
Oh, I'm not looking to talk.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we'll get moving out of this immediate area.
I would like to do something real quick before we scurry off, which is if the guy who is doing the talking, the bandit who is doing the talking, if his head is in pretty good condition, like recognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine. He's just kind of knocked silly.
Oh, is he not dead?
No,
No.
he's fine.
He was shielded by one of the thugs
Oh,
from the
well,
blast.
might as well take him along too. I'm gonna get that guy to his feet and bind him on up. And we can go have a talk with his boss a little later.
Or Brightmore, was it?
Yeah, we had interactions with him before, and apparently that guy needs to learn a lesson twice.
Well, this bandit did kill one of the other bandits.
Oh yeah, they're not on the same side.
Yeah, I'm not talking about our existing prisoner. I'm talking about the guys we just beat.
Oh, they're all dead.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Okay, I got you.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Let's
only
just call this
living
guy-
one just ran off.
Ran off. Okay, so amongst the dead ones, the one that was doing all the talking, is his head in good condition?
Ah, okay.
You kind of get where I'm going with this now?
Yes, his head is in good condition.
All right, well I'm taking it. I'm gonna spend a couple of minutes just hacking that right off the stem. I'm gonna put it in a sack, and we're gonna do something with it later.
All right.
All right, now that guy can show us where where he lives.
I hope that
Yeah,
whatever
it's
you do
just
with
down
that,
the street.
I hope whatever you do with that head looks good in Cosgrove's eyes.
I doubt very much, brother.
Uh,
But perhaps once the deed is done, he'll understand why I've done it.
I'm looking real sidelong at you. Very concerned.
Yeah. Well.
You know, necrophilia is akin to necromancy.
We weren't. Oh. Good Lord.
Cosgrove, save your soul.
So
I guess
yeah,
we're
you
going
take
to
him
Fifth
to he takes you to a shanty town, close by. And within some row houses, there a bunch of peasants. Oh yeah, by the way, oh Guilford, you're here. You Guilford are accosted. With
Oh, hey, I have my own friends, separate from your guys' friends.
All the beggars are begging you for money. You have developed a reputation here in the back wall.
Oh, this isn't what's his face?
No, this isn't the Brightmore family. This is a bunch of, like this has happened a few times. You guys go to the back wall. There are beggars asking you for money. Guilford, you've been especially friendly with them. So, upon this group seeing you, they're, oh, it's Guilford. Guilford the Generous. Please, if you have anything to spare.
Yeah, let's see what I got. I mean, I would pretty much get rid of all of my copper. If I have any. Oh, that's not a lot of copper.
How many of them are there?
Let me see.
Yeah, that's important. 'cause
There
I
are
have
there are
10
9 of
coins.
them. There are 9 of them.
Okay. Well, I will hand out all 10 of my coins. 7 silver and 3 copper.
I'll add a GP to that. I only have 6 on me.
Oh, they all fight over the gold coin. It becomes
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
yeah. They all start putting on green track suits and playing Squid Games.
Oh no, we've started a Squid Game.
But yes, that as you have the group of beggars aren't going to be an obstacle anymore. You
All
go
right, do
into
we reach this guy's shanty?
yeah, you go into his row house, and there's some of his personal effects. Kind of looks like it's been shoved aside. Looks like he's squatting here more than anything. But then he produces the letters.
All right.
Hey, what did we do with the other guy?
Thought we were just
There was a
dragging him
dumb one and
along,
a smart one.
or handed him over to the guards right away.
Okay, the smart one we handed over.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably give these letters to Stickbeard because he is a dwarf of quality and status, and if
He's a
anybody's going to be talking to the authorities, it's him.
He is a man of letters.
Side eye and a deep, long, exasperated sigh. Good. Sure.
If I could take that burden from your hands, I would, friend. And
Can I expect?
Abacus,
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Abacus, could you remind me? I know that we met Brightmore at like one of his businesses,
The heavy bender.
the Heavy Bender. Well, I'm going to turn to the rest of my friends here and say I'd like to make a stop at a drinking house on our way back.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. I do want to talk to this man's whose home we are in. And just sort of just say like you've shown me that by assisting us, by being our shield, started a path of redemption. I would be, I don't know about my compatriots, but I'd be willing to not turn you into the authorities. If you spend some time with me, confess, and perform the necessary, necessary atonement, I believe that you could be a good man.
Yeah.
Atonement's all right.
I'm all about atonement. Yeah.
Okay, I think we should hire this guy, and I'm gonna preach to him every night until I know he's a good guy.
You really
God.
think you can rehabilitate him, Titch?
It's not me; it's Cosgrove's will moving through me.
Brock, do you think we should let Titch try and rehabilitate him?
Brock will sigh heavily.
I figured you'd be the most against it. Want to hear it?
I am typically a man slow to forgive, but also one that doesn't look to make enemies.
If he betrays us, I'll let you snap Titch's neck.
I would
I'll raise a finger.
I would never harm the good brother for practicing mercy and forgiveness.
That is the problem with you humans. No sense of humor. Okay. When I talk to the constable, I'll propose that rather than simply turn him over, that he become indentured to us, so that we, and I know some of you won't like this term, so that we essentially own him. And from that point on, I will leave him in your care, Titch.
We will
that all
own
right?
his soul. We will zone his soul.
Fair. Let's go
Thank
to
you, thank you, Lord.
Anyways, we're going to that ale house.
Yeah.
So you guys are at the heavy bender.
About to make a heavy bender. Anyways,
Has it got like windows along the front? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to stand in the street. I'm going to shout Brightmore as loudly as I can, and then I'm going to throw this I'm going to give this head in a bag a swing and just heft it right through the window.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, you smash the window. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of holy crap! Whoa, is that a head? Ah!
And I will shout again, "Come out, Brightmore!"
He was only 3 months from retirement.
Well, now he's dead, retired forever.
So yes, who comes out? But a bunch of guys
Mm-hmm.
and one Roland Brightmore. Um, he's a middle-aged guy, tan skin. He's got a hook scar across his cheek. He's wears like armored gambeson, but very fine looking, like a nobleman's gambeson. And long dark hair and a ponytail with mischievous green eyes.
Mm. Well, I will step forward and I will look at Brightmore and I will say, uh, if you wish to escalate this feud, I will happily fight you now. If you continue to come after me and my friends, I will continue to send your men back in pieces.
He smiles and he goes, you know, I like this guy. He's got spirit.
And you have 10 fewer men.
There are plenty more where that came from.
Hey, man, the rest of your men are right here. They can hear you.
Well, they know the score. They know the score. Living fast is a way to get rich, but it doesn't. It comes with a pretty heavy expiration date. Now, as far as our feud, all you have to do, I'm willing to overlook everything. All you have to do is tell me how you're getting into the sewers.
Well, I think I'll step right up to him, get a little closer than is polite, and lean down a little bit because I think I'm taller than he is.
You're about the same height, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll lean in a little bit. And I will say, no.
Yeah, and as you say that, a bunch of footsteps are kind of coming from the other alleys. Looking over, you notice that they're members of the Rangers Guild. They're closing in on you guys, and they go, "Halt, everyone! Stop right now!"
Do they look like they're working with the Brightmowers?
They looking like they're arriving on at a scene, and it is kind of a scene. There's a smashed window. There's a group of people out there, and two guys looking like they're gonna face off. So
Right.
this is kind. Also, this is after the explosion.
Yeah.
That only happened
I was worried about that.
yeah, the explosion that only happened like a few streets down the way. So yeah, the Rangers Guild closes in and says, "Everybody, stand down."
Since I have the grenades on me, I'm going to try and disappear into the crowd.
Okay. Give me a dex check.
And it's just like when the Rangers Guild shows up, as soon as I spot them.
Okay, yeah, you're actually able to disappear from the scene. So while the rest of you guys are still there, Guilford just kind of disappears.
I'll just say, "Hail, brave protectors," and then I'll bow slightly.
What's going on here? Was in one of the rangers looks over at the window and goes, "What? Was there an explosion here too?"
I will turn to this ranger and Forgive me, sir. I am new to your city. I sought to make a friend and have found only enemies. Are me and my friends free to go?
We wish to ask you more questions back at the guild, if you wouldn't mind.
Of course. Lord Stickbeard, will you come with me?
Certainly.
Meanwhile, while that's going on, we'll just go back to the city map for a second. Guilford, you make it a few streets, you get within the city walls when all of a sudden a blue-robed figure stops you on the path, looking directly at you.
Uh-oh, somebody's in
Uh,
trouble.
Yeah, it was going to happen eventually. But at least you guys won't get accused of the explosion. Greetings, friend. What can I do for you?
As he lifts his hood, you may recognize, I think you've met him before, Seeker Tacitus of the Masons Guild. Wears a blue robe with a silver necklace depicting the Masons Guild, has a blonde mustache. and a sharp
Okay,
nose.
so refresh my memory. Do I have any scams going with this guy?
Not with him, but with Idamir. Remember, you made all those promises. Oh yeah, we're in the middle of a great investigation. We have all these leads, but I can't tell you right now.
And what were we investigating again?
What you guys actually have been doing. Actually, you have a lot of leads now. You could actually deliver on your promise.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even have to lie. Okay. Yes. Greetings. Good to see you again.
It would be good to see you. Please remove your ring.
Oh, did I use my ring to get away?
I thought that's what you said you did when you disappeared.
Oh, I was just doing a standard run-of-the-mill, like, disappear into the crowd
Oh,
thing.
like moving Oh, you should have done a hide in shadows check then.
Okay.
I thought you were.
We'll retcon and say I did use my ring then.
Okay. So you
would-
Frodo'd your way out of there.
Yeah. Okay. Of course. Sorry. I would not have spoke while invisible, so I will turn visible, then say that.
Yes, it is good to see you too. Were you responsible for that explosion?
What level of authority does this guy have?
Pretty. I mean, the Masons Guild only really answers to the king.
But they're a merchant's guild. They don't enforce the law, right?
They enforce magic.
Okay. And the grenade maybe is magic, sort of magic adjacent.
Yeah, it's a gray area.
Okay. Well, was I responsible for the explosion? There's always a lot of factors that go into any mishap. And while was certainly one, I would like to point out that there were a lot of other contributing factors to what happened.
Heat, pressure, accelerants, etc.
Please, come with me before you make another scene.
Of course. I will go with him.
Meanwhile, at the Rangers Guild.
Have they got us in the interrogation room?
They got you in. So downstairs is like the holding cells. Over here.
Was I made to go with them? I had very little involvement in any of this.
You were spotted with them. It's either that or you hang out with the Brightmore family.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with them.
Guys are taken to the Rangers, the captain's office.
What's this captain like?
So this is Captain Robern of the Rangers Guild. He's got brown hair, horseshoe haircut, very striking nose, thoughtful blue eyes, of average height and slight build, pale skin, fair skinned, and probably in his mid 40s to early 50s. He wears a gambeson, and it's got the emblem of the Rangers Guild. It's like a uniform like the others, though it's got more fringes, so it's like fancier. But other than that, he still pretty much looks like a ranger. Like in a crowd, you probably would have a hard time determining he was the captain, given his slight build and average height.
All right. Well, Brock will just tell him what happened. Not hold anything back. Just tell him exactly what happened without very much embellishment. And I think he'll start with, we got this, Mr. Brightmore hired us for a task. We found him loathsome and vowed not to work with him any longer. He sent thugs to kill us in the street, and Brock decided to revisit that threat upon him so that it would not reoccur.
He kind of looks you up and down and kind of signals you all to come in and says, "Close the door." And he like gets his other rangers out of the building too, or out of the room. Out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
He sits like kind of takes a big old sit, just really like parks it. Goes over to a cabinet nearby. Oh yeah, it's like over by his desk over here. Grabs. He goes, any of you care for a drink?
Sure.
What kind of drink?
The alcoholic kind.
Definitely.
So yeah, he basically pours you all guys some liquor glasses, hands it over, and goes, "The Bridemore family is the biggest thorn in my side."
And why have you not removed that thorn?
Because he works for the king.
In what capacity?
I'm sorry, I was looking at notes. What was that?
In what capacity does he work for the king?
The smuggling ring. The king finances it. That way he can get money through official tariffs and also money if people ignore the tariffs.
And this is known?
It is known to very few, but very hard to prove. The king has kept his distance from all of this.
And why has nobody confronted the king on this matter? Is there no justice in this city?
The reason I got my Rangers Guild out, is I don't know if any of my offices are in on the bribes.
And I think the expression on Brock's face kind of transitions from like confusion to concern and then to anger. When I was a small boy, my grandmother, who had done much traveling in her youth, warned me that cities were places of villainy and iniquity, where institutions allowed men to be their wickedest selves. I'm quite dismayed to find out that that is true. I had hoped that men were basically good everywhere.
Not when they're starving. Perhaps I could make you a ranger.
So that I might also accept bribes and turn a blind eye to villainy.
No, to maybe be one of the ones I could trust.
And what would all this entail?
Well, there's of course, the aptitude test and the coursework, of course, yes. But if you were to pass the trials, you could be inducted with the Rangers Guild. We're not like the Kingsguard.
If it means that I can do good in this world, then I accept. I will take your trials.
It would certainly lend you protection from the Brightmoors.
I'm not concerned for my own protection. But thank you, I get your meaning.
Well, and possibly remove some of their protection from you.
That I am more interested in.
All right. In the meantime, so you talked about the explosions and escorting this bandit over here. You mentioned that part, right?
Yeah.
So, what? The necromancy's conspiracy?
Yeah, I mean, we might as well explain that while we're here. We were going to hand this guy over to the authorities anyway, but yeah, we'll tell them that we found a cave. It had a necromancer with 2 hired goons, and that
This is a goon.
this is the goon, and he was hired in a peculiarly, in a rather cloak and dagger sort of manner that leads to a bank.
A bank? May I see the letters?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll look at Stickbeard and nod.
Lord Stickbeard, if you would please present the letters.
Thank you, my lord. Yes, yeah. Instructions are quite peculiar. And used a drop site to give them information on an account. Perhaps you weren't the only one approached with this job, Mr. Bandit.
Does this bandit have a name?
I haven't come up with one. I wasn't expecting him to be a. I'll come up with something later.
We'll
Rockstar.
call him Mr. B.
Mr. B, okay.
Mr. B is in the process of reforming.
Yes, but associated with necromancers is punishable by death. And you have made trouble with the Brightmoor. Oh, I'm going to be hearing no end of this.
We found a zombie wandering around south of the wall a few days ago, and we've been and then the Merchants Guild is trying to push them out in order to sort of like fill the void of the Brightmoors exiting the smuggling game. I have a suspicion that these are all connected.
Intriguing. All of a sudden there's a commotion coming at the front of the entrance, and it, even gets the captain's attention. He goes, "Please excuse me. I think there's a situation." And as he steps out of the office, a bunch of rangers are kind of like making comments and kind of jeering at a blue-robed figure and Guilford the Grand.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, but the people are kind of like, "Hey, keep your magic out of here. We don't want to curse. Get out of here." You know, this is the Rangers Guild, man. Wrong guild.
Oh dear, you're unpopular, aren't you, friend?
Apparently so. Captain Robert says, "Okay, everybody, quiet for a second. Seeker Tacitus, what are you doing here? As you know, when Lord Stickbeard's ceremony of ascension, we were put in charge of their security, and we will be taking them from here." And Robern kind of raises an eyebrow and he goes, What's going on with you guys? Like all of you, like looking at all of you.
All right, so what's going on here? I think I lost the plot a little bit.
We are being retrieved by the magic people. Mason's
Okay.
Guild.
Oh.
Yeah, the Masons Guild wants to know about necromancy stuff.
Well,
All right,
we're
well.
guessing that's why they're taking us, but we don't know that
Presumably.
yet. So what was the question again? Not yours, Avicus. What was the question asked
Yes.
in game?
So Robern is kind of confused with this situation and is looking around at you guys for an explanation.
I'll
not
shrug.
to worry, my friend. There's just certain matters of magical importance that need to be explained and discussed, and we are rather pressed for time.
I'll turn to the Rangers, say, "May Cosgrove Shield protect you," and then go with the Masons Guild guy.
Captain Robern looks over to Tacitus and says, "I don't like being kept out of the loop, Tacitus. I expect a debriefing from Her Excellency the High Mason." And Secret Tacitus says, she is not required to do anything under your authority, Captain."
All right, well, I guess we're going with this guy. Is that what's going on?
Because he's not asking us uncomfortable questions about explosions. Yeah.
We're getting passed off to another daddy.
All right, well, I will turn to the captain, thank him for hearing me out, and I will pledge to return to take my trials at a later time.
Careful with them. And he kind of gives you a reassuring pat on the shoulder.
I will, sir. Thank you.
You guys are taken to the Masons Guild.
Guild hopping, good time.
Tacitus leads you into the classroom where Idamir is already standing. Idamir is wearing a blue hood and has a bigger silver chain necklace with a big old plate on it that's got the symbol of the Masons Guild. She's a tall, swarthy-skinned woman in probably her mid-60s, has salt and pepper curly hair, and mean-looking brown eyes. And she also is hunched over a birch staff. And when you guys enter, she kind of like opens her eyes a little bit wider than normal, and all the doors shut in the classroom, and like the books kind of like ripple from the force. did the one thing I told you not to do. I said that this investigation was to be kept private and that any kind of magic or whatever would be kept under the rug, but you exploded part of the city. How am I supposed to rectify that with the king? They're going to suspect magic.
It was goblins. These are clear works of goblin grenades.
And how would you know that?
Lots of experience with goblins. They love to blow things up.
Guilford, I would really suggest handing them a grenade.
Yeah, just show them what this is about.
Quite literally.
I don't know that that's going to help, but okay. I will show her the grenade. This is, as you can see, goblin design. You can note their little markings. I think this is something in goblin. I don't speak goblin, so I couldn't say. But yeah, they use these things all the time. They're not particularly magical, I don't think. And yeah, your city is infested with goblins. Tell the king that.
All right. Does anybody else have anything else they'd like to say?
I'll just say, yeah, it was one of these goblin grenades. I don't think an explosion is a clear sign of magical usage.
Yeah. Volcanoes explode. Do you think they're magic?
There are no volcanoes under the city of Vest. Okay.
Well, we assume there's no volcanoes under the city.
Yeah, how do you know?
Hell, whether or not there are volcanoes under the city, there's clearly goblin grenades, which means there's probably goblins.
Would you like to see if there's any volcanoes under the city?
You are being obtuse intentionally.
Out of character, my character has 7 intelligence. He's being sincere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nah.
She can think he's
being
probably thinks
sincere.
he's being obtuse, but
Yeah.
Also, I don't think Brock has met this woman.
Nope, you haven't.
Yeah. So no idea who this person is or what she's talking about.
I'll say, but we do have interesting information relating to the necromancer investigation.
Oh,
And
that's
I'll
good
push
news.
I'll push forward Mr. B.
To be clear, he's not a necromancer. He just worked with them or worked near them for a little bit.
Oh, is that so? And she kind of
Tell-
raises her hand, and these rune words start like slithering around the Mr. B. And he's like, "Oh, I can't move."
What are you doing?
I'm holding him in place for now.
Yeah, just, tell her excellency what you told us.
Yeah. So I got the money, and they headed directions. I never met anyone. I went to the bank and pulled the money out. Count Barnaby. Letters, just like what we showed the Rangers Guild. And her eyes go like Idamir, like eyes fill with fury. What? You let the Rangers Guild know? What do they know?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Everything you do, ma'am.
Oh, this investigation is getting out of control. Nothing about this is secret now.
For why did it need to be secret in the first place?
Because I don't know who was conspiring with the necromancer. Now, whoever they are will probably figure out that someone is looking into them.
Well, the whole Rangers Guild doesn't know.
Just the captain.
Robert is a man of dignity. He's pretty much the only good one of the Rangers. Perhaps. But
That's what we gathered, Your Excellency, and we felt it was important for him to know, especially in their reconstruction efforts.
the reconstruction efforts will be meaningless if that necromancer is able to or the conspirator is able to plot again. You found more necromancers today in the area of Nurton.
Yes.
More necromancer, but yes.
Well, right. Then the threat isn't threat to Nurton, and therefore the threat to Vasith isn't over yet. Though I do agree with your assessment, Brock. I think someone of wealth and power is involved in this conspiracy. Someone close to the city.
It's too early to point the finger with total surety, but, things are sort of pointing towards the Merchants Guild.
But there were zombies found in the back wall. Couldn't the Brightmore family been responsible?
They, quote, didn't know nothing about no zombies. My suspicion is that it was potentially to frame the Brightmores. The Merchants Guild is interested in their business falling apart.
So you think the Merchants Guild, a member of them, is responsible?
That's sort of where things are heading, but we don't have a lot of hard evidence yet. Hey, did we get those letters back?
Oh, yeah, you got the letters back.
Yeah, I'll say if you would like to look at these, maybe you can divine something from them, like their source.
I will try.
Oh, I'd like to look at them a little bit before I hand them over.
Yeah, so the basically account ledger has the official seal of the Bank of the Merchants Guild, and it's good for 50 gold pieces. Account name Barnaby, but it looks like an official account ledger. And then the letter that has the instructions on it is just more of kind of like an informal, just kind of scribblings on paper.
Gotcha. But I mean, like, is the paper, is it like official, like from the desk of the Merchants Guild or anything?
No, it doesn't have. Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah, from the. No, there's nothing like that. From the Guildmaster's office.
Yeah, and I'll point out, like, I don't know who may be able to open a fake account or anything like that. And yeah, I'll hand the letters over to her.
She, looks them over, and then, closes her eyes, and then opens them back up, and they're glowing blue. And she says, hold on, detail, searching mental palace. The room that this is, she can't get anything from the ledger other than it came from the Bank of the Merchants Guild. But the other letter, she goes, it was in the castle at some point.
We have been told that the king allows criminals into his inner circle. Could the king be the one working with these necromancers?
God. I mean, the king has only utilized criminal activity for profiteering, but to involve himself with necromancy, that's... No, it couldn't be the king. No.
Sounds like it could.
Perhaps. I mean, the castle's a big place.
You know who else visits the castle? The bishop? Elutrius.
It sounds like you have many suspects, but not many clues, ma'am.
Not until we find them with a necromancy scroll in their hand.
We've uncovered some threads. Perhaps we should continue to pull on them.
Continue to do so. I'll try to do whatever damage control I can do with this situation. But please, no more explosions in the city. Unless there's an incredibly good reason.
Must have a good reason.
Of course, Your Excellency, and I'll bow.
Okay, and with 15 minutes left, we'll just do a quick wrap up here.
Oh, I want to get those mushrooms sent to whatever that city is called.
Don't forget the shrooms.
Well, so basically, like anybody you know who can cook, and you actually do know someone who can cook, you live
Yeah.
with them.
I was gonna say.
So, that was 72 pounds, yeah?
Yeah.
So we will go 360 gold coins. Booyah. That's what she pays you.
Oh, I was going to say that we should send them to help relieve some of the famine.
Oh, I see. I was so yeah. I mean, like that is something that you could do, but these are, these are kind of like delicacies. They're like truffles almost.
Oh, we can take the gold and figure out some other way to get them food.
All right,
362, you said?
360 even.
360 even. Okay. All right, got it noted.
Okay. So as you guys return in the afternoon, after the chaos subsides. There's still like a little bit of a smoke cloud over to where that explosion happened. No, it's dissipated by now. It wasn't a goblin nuclear warhead. Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh, can we find one of those?
I mean, you'd have to ask the goblins for one, maybe.
Okay. Oh, I think we have a good relationship with the king.
Yes. Yes, you do.
The only other thing I can think of is dealing with this bandit guy, Mr. B.
I thought we were gonna hire him.
We are, but we were gonna work it out with the constable.
I don't think they care.
All right, we'll hire this guy, and then but every night I'm gonna tell him my necromancy's bad. Have him ask Cosgrove for forgiveness and confess everything to me. That's the
Teach
deal.
him how to write and make him write necromancy is bad 40
Yeah,
times.
I'm gonna do that. Make him write necromancy's bad 1,000 times every night,
Well, you'll have to teach him how to write first, probably.
probably.
Yeah, after nearly being threatened with magic by Idamir, he's willing to do whatever to save himself from that fate.
And then the beatings will stop when morale improves.
Okay. Yeah, I will make up stats for the hireling and stuff. And he'll be similar to Pendon, your other hireling.
Hell yeah. Who I hope is doing okay. I meant to go check on him, but I forgot.
Yeah, you guys kind of veered off the road the other way to the cave instead of going directly to Nerton. So yeah, you don't know what, but you assume he's doing all right.
So he's protected by Cosgrove. He's doing the Lord's work.
All right, unless there's anything else anybody wants to close the session with.
Only that Brock is true to his word and goes back and takes those tests whenever he can.
All right. So yeah, put somewhere in your notes that you are a ranger and you have a ranger's gambeson, which is leather armor, but wearing it basically means, different PC interactions.
Sure. Okay, got it.
Cool. So Brock is now Ranger Half Giant. And oh yeah, this is one thing you do catch on. You're one of the only ones who has a last name. A lot
yeah?
of people in the Rangers Guild do not have last names.
What is that
Oh.
indicative of?
Orphans, poor people.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I have a tear in my eye and I'll shake your hand. And I say, you're be Cosgrove's shield to this grand city.
Wouldn't mind if Cosgrove did a little bit of the shielding himself.
Believe that he will, and he will through your arm. But yeah, I'll give you a little blessing for your new path.
Thank you, brother.
Oh, yeah, you're also given a spear and wooden shield. And the wooden shield has the symbol of the Rangers Guild on it.
Okay. Good stuff.
All right. Any other closing remarks?
I think we did a lot of good stuff here today, guys.
Yeah.
I too am impressed with what we've accomplished.
We did good.
And I thought we were just going to go beat up on thugs all day, but no, we had to go and actually make progress in all the necromancy bullshit and all of the magic bullshit and get even deeper enthralled in political drama.
Yes,
I mean,
occasionally you do have to drive the story along.
I would have been down with killing spiders, but you know, we did this.
Yeah, beating
Next
up on
time
some
it'll be
thugs
spiders.
was fun, you know. And we survived a goblin grenade.
Sometimes
Took
beating
that on your
people up
resume.
is progress.
It's true.
All right. Thank you guys for playing.
Thank you for running the game.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah,
Dungeon
thanks for
Master.
running.
Yeah, thanks, Cliff. Appreciate it.
And thank you, chat, for watching. If you wanted to keep up on all serious industry streams, the best way to do that is to give this channel a follow. Alternatively, you can join us via Discord or our Ko-fi, where we also do stream announcements. There's also the website, shatteredempire.net. Shattered Empire is a post-apocalyptic interstellar synthwave-fueled I just gotta follow. Thank you very much. Space sci-fi tabletop RPG set in a distant future where humanity struggles with the sudden loss of a once great empire known as the Interstellar Nexus after an event known as the Cataclysm, and the central capital systems were consumed by cosmic dust. Knowledge and technology is hoarded while scavengers and pirates become the highest growing industry. New factions rise from the crumbling infrastructure and only cause more destruction as everyone vies for survival in the Shattered Empire. And if you go to the website, you can you can get the free alpha. Free alpha has everything you need to make a character, and if you're a crafty enough game master, you might be able to make your own campaign. So check all that out. And until then, this is Abacus Fish signing off.